Hello friends, good evening. Welcome to NEET World. This is your Abhilash Sir, Mathematics faculty for EAP set, KSET, JEE and also Foundation. So when it comes to class 10 CBSE and also be it for state board, we had started with the chapter of polynomials. In the first class, we discussed about what is a constant variable, what is an algebraic expression, that is combination between what constant and variable through some mathematical operation like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, all these things we had learned. And then we learned what is a polynomial, that is it is a combination of constant and variable, and where the variable can be raised to the power of anything. Okay, we also learned the general form of a polynomial. Then we discussed what is a value of a polynomial, what is a zero of a polynomial, and also we discussed what is a degree of a polynomial. Based on degree, we discussed various types of polynomial, that is linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, biquadratic polynomial, constant polynomial, zero polynomial, all these things. And also in the previous class we discussed what is the geometrical meaning of the polynomial. So if it is a linear polynomial, we will get a straight line and it will touch the x axis at only one point if it is a polynomial in x. Similarly, for quadratic polynomial we got it as parabola, it can be curved upward or downward and it will touch at most 2 points. If it is cubic, it will touch at most 3 points. And similarly for other polynomials. Okay, all these things we learn. And also I told you, gave an introduction when it comes to relation between zeros and coefficient. So in this class our major topic of discussion or the main focus will be the relation between zeros and coefficients of the polynomial. Okay, so let us see that, and based on that we will solve the exercise question, that is exercise 2.2 in your NCERT book. So what we will learn, relation between zeros and coefficients of polynomial. Okay, relation between zeros and coefficients of polynomial. This is what we are going to learn. So what do you mean by that? So if a polynomial is given, p of x is equal to what? Standard form ax square plus bx plus c, it is given. Then if the zeros, if alpha and beta are two zeros of the polynomial, I am talking only about quadratic polynomial. Later we will discuss about cubic also, don't worry. So alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial. Then we have a relation between zeros and coefficients of the polynomial in such a way that we have sum of the zeros and product of the zeros, that is sum of the zeros, that is nothing but what? Sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta. It is given by what? It is given by minus b by a. It is nothing but equal to minus b by a. And also product of the zeros, that is what? Product of the zeros is alpha beta, that is equal to c by a. Only it is positive, c by a. Here it is minus b by a, here it is c by a. In both the cases the denominator is same, that is coefficient of x square, that is a. Okay, that is a. So minus b by a for sum of the zeros, for product of the zeros it is c by a. Please keep this in mind. Okay, this should be very clear to you, because based on this we will be solving the questions now. Okay, which is in exercise 2.2. Okay, alright, I hope it is clear, the relation between zeros and coefficients of the polynomial. Okay, let us see the questions now. That is in exercise 2.2 in your NCERT textbook. So first question that they have given is, okay, x square minus 2x minus 8. So what is the question that they have given? They are asking, find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relation between zeros and their coefficient. First we have to find the zeros and then we have to what? Verify the relation between zeros and coefficient. That is, first we have to find the sum and product of the zeros, then we have to verify that using the formula. That is what we have. Sum of the zeros is what? Minus b by a. Product of the zeros is what? C by a. So first let us find the zeros of the polynomial. To find the zeros of the polynomial, first what we have here, first question what we have is x square minus 2x minus 8. Now I should find the zeros of the polynomial. To find the zeros of the polynomial, let us use the splitting the middle term. Method, which you have done in the class 9th also. All these methods you have already learnt in the class 9, because class 9th also has what is something called, that is the quadratic equation. There you have learnt how to find the roots of the quadratic equation, that is nothing but the zeros of the polynomial here. Okay, so here let me equate it to 0. So x square minus 2x minus 8, I will equate it to 0. this is the p of x. Okay, now I should find the zeros of the polynomial. Here what is given? The product is what? 8 into 1, minus 8 into 1, the product is minus 8 and product is minus 8 and sum is given as 2, sum is given as 2. So what I should do? I can write it as plus minus 4 plus 2. Okay, 4 2s are 8, minus 8 I will get. Okay, minus 4 plus 2 I will get it as minus 2. So this is what I am explaining again, how to do the splitting the middle term. First question, so I am explaining. In the next questions and all, I will not be explaining how to do the splitting the middle term, because in class 9 you have already studied, or you can watch our class 9 series also to make your basics strong, so that you can score well when it comes to class 10. Okay, so this is x square minus 2x minus 8. This can be written as what? X square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now if I take common x into x minus 4, here all should be, it should be within the bracket x minus 4, but what should come here? It should be 2 is equal to 0. So if I continue with this, I will get it as what? X minus 4 into x plus 2, I will get it as equal to 0. Now I will get it as what? I will get x is equal to 4. If I equate it to 0, if I equate this to 0, I will get it as x is equal to minus 2, because x minus 4 is equal to 0 means x will be equal to 4. X plus 2 is equal to 0 means x will be equal to minus 2. This is what I have. Now let me call these roots or the zeros as, let this be alpha, alpha is equal to 4, let this be beta, beta is equal to minus 2. Now based on this, let us see sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. Sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. Now what I have is sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is what? Sum of the zeros is nothing but alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is what? Alpha is what, friends? 4. Beta is minus 2. So 4 plus minus 2, that is plus into minus is minus. 4 minus 2, I will get it as what? I will just get it as 2. Product of the zeros. Product of the zeros. Product of the zeros is nothing but what? As it says, product alpha into beta. Alpha into beta is 4 into minus 2. That is what? 4 into minus 2. That is 4 2s are 8, minus is there, it will become minus 8, friends. So this is how it is done. They are asking us to verify. Directly what you got like this. Verify what? Verify using the formula. So let us see verification. Let us write here verification. Again you have to write verification. So what is it given? Let me move this up. Verification. So see here. So if the polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c is given, okay, where ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 7. What is the question that they have given us? They have given us is, what is the question that they have given us? It is x square minus 2x minus 8. They have given x square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to, is what is given. Okay, if you compare this, what is the value of a here, friends? If you compare this, what is the value of a? A is equal to 1. What is the value of a? B is equal to minus 2. What is the value of c? C is equal to minus 8. Now let us use the formula method, that is sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros. Okay, sum of the zeros. That is what? Sum of the c is equal to what? Minus 8. Okay, sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta, that formula is what? Sum of the zeros. Here we learnt. Okay, here we learnt sum of the zeros is what? Minus b by a. Product of the zero is c by a. So if I apply minus b by a here, what I'll get? Minus b by a. So b is what, friends? B is 2. If it is minus, minus into minus will become plus. I'll get it as 2. A is nothing but what? It is nothing but 1. So I can write it as just 2. So sum of the zeros I got here as 2. Here also I got it as, using the formula method, I got what? I got 2 itself. Here also I got 2, here also I got 2. So it is what? Verified. When it comes to what? Sum of the zeros. Now I have to verify what? Product of the zeros. Product of the zeros, what did I get here? Minus 8. Now using the formula method, that is product of the zeros, what is the formula I'll use? I'll use product of the zeros is nothing but equal to what? C by A. That also I should get it as what? Equal to minus 8. So let us check. Product of zeros. Product of zeros, that is alpha beta, is equal to what? Is equal to c by a. Carefully you have to write it. Okay, c by a. C is what? Minus 8. Okay, divided by a. A is nothing but 1. So minus 8 divided by 1 is nothing but minus 8 itself. So product of the zeros, that is c by a, we got it as minus 8. Here product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta, 4 into minus 2, we got it as minus 8. So here also minus 8, here also minus 8. So hence it is verified. So sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta, that is equal to minus b by a. product of the zeros, that is alpha beta, that is equal to c by a. It is verified because we got 2 here, here also 2, we got minus 8 here, here minus 8, that is with respect to sum of the zeros and product of the zeros respectively, we got the same values. Okay, so the question is verified. Clear? First we found the zeros using splitting the middle term, then we put the zeros as alpha and beta, then we found out sum of the zeros and product of the zeros directly, then we use the formula method which we learned, that is sum of the zeros is minus b by a and product of the zero is c by a, then we compared it and we got the same value, so it is verified, friends. Like this you have to verify very carefully. Clear? Let us move to the next question. Let us move to the next question, friends. What is the next question that they have given? 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Okay, 4s square minus 4s plus 1. So the second question that they have given is 4s square minus 4s. So what they have given? 4s square minus 4s, what it is, plus 1, right? It is plus 1, plus 1. So first I have to find what? I have to first find the zeros. So let me use the splitting the middle term. So to find that using splitting the middle term, I should equate it to 0. 4s square minus 4s, okay, minus 4s plus 1 is equal to 0. So here I am getting product is what? 4 into 1 I am getting 4 and sum is what? I am getting minus 4. So I should take it as what? I can take the factors as, I should take the factors as 4s square minus 2s plus 1. This is what I can take. Okay, this you already know by splitting the middle term I have done. Okay, this concept you already learnt in 9th. If you have not learnt, please learn it again, because it is very much important, not just for 10th standard, even in your higher classes, that is 11th and 12th, you should know correct quadratic equation very thoroughly, because there is a concept or a chapter that is connected to quadratic equation, that is complex numbers. That is complex numbers. That chapter is based on quadratic equation only. So you should know splitting the middle term very well. Okay, so here this will become what? If I take common, I can take 2s common, 2s into what I will take, this will be 2s minus 1 minus, if I take it, this will become what? Minus 1, if I take it, this will be 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. So the factors will be what? 2s minus 1 into 2s minus 1. So what I will get? S will be equal to 1 by 2, here also s will be equal to 1 by 2. So this I will name it as alpha, alpha will be 1 by 2, this will be beta, beta will also be equal to 1 by 2. I got alpha is equal to 1 by 2, I got beta is equal to 1 by 2. Now let us here start our verification process, but before that let us find directly, that is what? Sum of the zeros, sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is what, friends? That is alpha plus beta, alpha plus beta, correct? Alpha plus beta, sum of the zeros. So sum of the zeros is what? Alpha plus beta is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that is nothing but equal to half plus half, half plus half will get us 1. Now product of the zeros, product of the zeros, product of the zeros is what? Alpha into beta, alpha into beta is what? That is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 gives us what? 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 gives us 4, 1 by 4. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 into 2, that is 4. This is what we got. Now let us do verification, very important. It is not until here, you have to do verification, because I asked us to verify. So verification, see here. So if the equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c, so what is the question that they have given? They have given 4s square minus 4s plus 1. If I compare this, what I will get? A is equal to what? A is equal to 4. If I compare this, b is equal to what? B is equal to minus 4. If I compare c is equal to what? C is equal to 1. Now let us use the formula method, that is sum of the zeros is what? Minus b by a, product of the zeros is what? C by a. Okay, so this will be what? Sum of the zeros, sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, that is minus b is what? B is 4, minus 4, minus of minus will become plus. So this will be 4 by a, this is not the, this is a, 4 by a. What is the value of a? That is nothing but equal to 4. 4 by 4 I will get it as 1. Okay, this is what I got. Here also I got 1, sum of the zeros, here also sum of the zeros, I get it as 1. Clear? So it is same. Okay, it is verified. Now let us look at the product of the zeros, product of zeros. Product of the zeros, product of the zero is alpha beta. So alpha beta is what? C by a. C is what, friends? C is 1. Okay, what is A? A is 4. So 1 by 4. So product of the zeros, what I got here? 1 by 4. Here what I got? 1 by 4. So they are equated, that is they are same. So it is verified. Clear? I hope this question is clear. First is splitting the middle term, find the zeros, name it as alpha and beta, find sum of the zeros and product of the zeros directly, then use a formula method, check whether you are getting the same value. Okay, that's all. Okay, that is how you solve this question. Let us go to the next question. Let us see what is the next question. That is what? 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. Okay, 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. This is the question. Okay, but you have to bring it to a standard form. This is not in the standard form. You have to bring it to standard form means you have to bring it to a form of ax square plus bx plus c. So that means what? I should write it as 6x square. Okay, 6x square. I should write it as what, friends? I should write it as 6x square minus 7x minus 3 is equal to 0. If I have to find the zeros, I should equate it to 0. I should equate it to 0. This is what I get. Now, the product is what? 6 3 is 18 and the sum is minus 7. So, I can write it as what? Minus 9 into 2, positive 2. That is minus 9 into 2 is what? I will get it as minus 18 and sum is what? Minus 9 plus 2, I will get it as minus 7. So, I can write the factors as what? 6x square. I can write the factors as what? I can write the factors as, see here, just a minute, I will use another pen. I can write it as 6x square, okay, minus 9x, okay, done, plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, if I take it common, what I can take common? I can take 3x. 3x if I take common, this will be what? 3 2x, 3 2s are 2, x into x is x, so 6x square, this will be what? This will be minus 3 plus this will be what? 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So, what do I have? 3x plus 1 into 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. This is what we have. If I equate it to 0, what I will get? 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. So, I will get x is equal to what? Minus 1 by 3. If I equate it to 0, 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. I will get it as what? X is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, x is equal to 3 by 2. Let alpha be equal to what? Let alpha be equal to minus 1 by 3. Then beta will be equal to what? Beta will be equal to 3 by 2. Okay, we got alpha is equal to minus 1 by 3 and beta is equal to what? 3 by 2. This is what we got. Now, again we have to do what? Directly let us see what we will get. Sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. Sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is what? That is 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. Okay, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3. This is, sorry, this is minus 1 by 3. Okay, minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. Okay, minus 1 by 3 and 3 by 2. So, if I take LCM, LCM will be 6. Okay, LCM will be 6. This is 3 2s are minus 2. Okay, this will be 2 3s are. Okay, 2 3s are. This will be 2 3s are and 3 3s are is 9. Okay, this is 2 3s are and 3 3s are is 9. Okay, I will get 9. So, this will be 7 by 6. Okay, this will be 7 by 6. Sum of the zeros I will get it as 7 by 6. What about product of the zeros? Let us see. Product of zeros. Product of 0 is alpha into beta. That is nothing but equal to what? Minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2. Okay, 3 3 cancels. I will get it as minus 1 by 2. This is what I got finally. Sum of the zeros we got, product of the zeros we got. Using which method? Direct method. Let us see formula method now. Why? We have to verify. So, I will write here verification. So, verification, what I should do here? So, see here friends, verification. So, first let me write the general form of the equation ax square plus bx plus c. But what is the question that they have given? 6x square minus 7x I should write, minus 7x minus 3. If I compare, what I will get? If I compare, a will be equal to what? 6. Okay, please write down these steps, don't skip any step because marks is there for each and every step. A is equal to 6 and b is equal to minus 7 and c is equal to minus 3. This is what we have. Okay, this is what we have. Now, what we should do? We should find out using the formula method. So, sum of the zeros, that is nothing but equal to what? Minus b by a, sum of the zeros. Sum of the 0 is alpha plus beta, that is nothing but equal to what? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Okay, minus b by a. So minus b by a, b is what? 7, minus b is minus of minus, that will become plus 7, that is equal to 7 by a is what? 6. Okay, so we here what we got? 7 by 6. Here we got 7 by 6, here also we got 7 by 6. This and this are same, so it is verified. Now let us look at the product of the zeros. Product of zeros. Product of zeros is what, friends? Alpha into beta. That is what? What is the formula? Please tell me what is the formula? Product of zeros. It is C by A. It is C by A. So C by A is what? C is what? What is the value of C here? C here is minus 3. A is what? A, the value is 6. So 3 ones are 3 twos are. So what I will get, friends? I will get it as minus 1 by 2. This is nothing but same as this minus 1 by 2. So it is verified. Sum of the zeros and product of the zeros, they are verified. Clear? That's all with respect to this question. First we found out the roots, then we named it as 0, alpha and beta, then sum of the zeros and product of the zeros we found out using direct method. Then we used what? We used the formula, that is minus b by a and also c by a. Clear? Let us solve the next question. See, 4u square plus 8u. Looking at this question, you may get confused how to solve this question. The equation is not complete, you may think. 4u square plus 8u. But let us see what they have given. This is which question? Fourth question, right? 4u square plus 8u. Okay, this is the question that they have given. So let me write it. You have to find the zeros. Now let me equate it to 0. It is 4u square plus 8u is equal to 0. Okay, here what I can do, I can take common. Okay, everybody knows how to take common here, so I can take 4u common. Okay, 4u I can take a common. 4 if I take common, here I will have u, here I will have what? 2. Okay, this is what we have. This itself is one factors I got. I will get what? 4u is equal to 0. So that means what? U is equal to 0. Then what I have here? I have u plus 2 is equal to 0. That means what? U is equal to minus 2. We got the two roots are zeros, 0 and minus 2. Alpha will be equal to 0. What will happen to beta? Beta will be equal to minus 2. Now let us find sum of the zeros and product of the zeros using direct method, that is sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, that is what? Alpha plus beta. That is what, friends? Alpha is what? Alpha is 0. Plus into minus is minus. 0 minus 2. I will get it as minus 2. Okay, that's all we got. Sum of the zeros. Very simple question. 4u square plus 8u. Okay, no need to get confused. You have to take common. Okay, you have to take common here. Now product of the zeros. Product of zeros. Product of zeros is alpha into beta. That is nothing but what? Alpha is 0. Beta is minus 2. 0 into minus 2 is 0 into anything is 0. That is what we got. So sum of the zeros and product of zeros we got. Now we have to do what? Verification. So verification we have to do. Now during verification, see here, you should be careful. First let us write the standard form. Why we are writing the standard form? So that you will be able to identify exactly what is A, what is B and what is C. Okay, that is why you have to write down this standard form, ax square plus bx plus c, standard form or general form here. Okay, now what is the equation that they have given? 4u square plus 8u. Okay, here if you compare, what is the value of A is equal to 4, what is the value of B is equal to 8, what is the value of C doesn't exist at all, nothing means I can write it as plus 0, so C is nothing but equal to 0 we got. Now sum of the zeros, what is the formula? Minus b by a. Product of the zeros, what is formula? That is nothing but equal to c by a. Sum of the zeros. Sum of 0 is what? Alpha plus beta, that is nothing but equal to minus b by a. Okay, that is what? Minus b is what? Minus b is minus 8. Okay, a is 4. So 4 ones are 4 twos are, that is nothing but equal to minus 2. Sum of the zeros we got what here? Minus 2. There what we got? Minus 2. So it is verified. Now let us see product of the zeros. Product of zeros, alpha beta. Alpha beta is equal to what? C by a. Okay, c by a. What is the value of c here? C here is nothing but equal to 0. So 0 by anything is 0 itself. 0 by a is what? A is nothing but 4. We will get it as equal to 0 itself. Is it clear? We will get it as equal to 0 itself. Okay, so it is verified. There also we got 0. Here also we got 0. Hence it is verified. I hope it is clear. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let us move to the next question, friends. Let us move to the next question. That is, I think, fifth question. So fifth question is t square minus 15. Fifth question is t square minus 15. you will feel this is an complex what quadratic equation, it is little complicated question you will feel, okay, but it is not actually. So they have given what, fifth one they have given t square minus 15. I would first find the zeros, let me equate it to 0. So t square minus 15 is equal to 0, okay, t square minus 15. Give it a thought, think for 1 minute how to how to evaluate this equation, okay. T square minus 15 is there. So this one, how can I write it? So can I not write it as t square, can I not write it as t to the power of whole square minus 15 can be written as what, 15 into 15. So I can write it as root 15 whole square, correct? No, this will be equal to 0. T square minus 15, this can be written as t square whole square minus root 15 whole square. This is nothing but equal to what, a square minus b square, that is nothing but equal to what friends, a plus b into a minus b. So this entire thing becomes what, t minus root 15 into t plus root 15, okay, is equal to 0. So t will become what, t will become equal to root 15 here, here t will become equal to minus root 15. So alpha will be equal to what, alpha will be equal to root 15, here alpha will be, sorry, this will be equal to, here beta will be equal to what, minus root 15. Now same procedure, sum of the zeros, okay. Here NCERT questions are pretty easy, so you might find it repetitive, but don't worry, this question is, mark it as important, okay. Marking it as important, why? Because while revising you should revise such questions, not everything, okay, during the examination. While revising, please look at this question, revise such type of questions and go, okay. You should know the method. When it comes to reference books, when we solve after this chapter, okay, we will be solving polynomials question based on reference book, R.S. Agarwal, R.D. Sharma, all these things. Then you will see some complex questions also. There you should be paying more attention. So sum of zeros. But to solve those questions, your basic should be strong. That is, your NCERT basic should be strong. Directly if you solve this, you will not understand, or you may find it difficult. That's why NCERT is the basic. Okay, you have to first be thorough with the NCERT, then only go for reference book. Okay, sum of zeros is what, alpha plus beta. Alpha is what, root 15, okay, or minus root 15 or root 15. Beta is what, minus root 15. Root 15 minus root 15 is 0. Product of the zeros. Product of zeros, that is alpha beta, that is equal to what, root 15 into minus root 15. Plus into minus is minus itself, okay. Root 15 into root 15 is root 15 square, that is nothing but equal to 15. I will get it as 15, okay, I will get it as minus 15. Now we got it like this, sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. Let us find using verification. Let us verify this one, verification. See here by verification how to solve this. So see here by verification how to solve this. So first we have to write the standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, or let us not equal to 0, let us write it as it is like this. Now what is the question that this is given, that is t square minus 15 is given, t square minus 15 is given. If I compare this to standard equation, what I can see t square term is nothing but equal to x square term, that is here a value is equal to what, a value is equal to 1, here b is there, that is something in the form of t is there, x is there, here t should be there, t is not there, that means what, b is not there, that is b is not there means it is b will be equal to 0. What about c? C definitely is there. What is the value of c? C is equal to minus 15. So that is why writing the standard form is very important. Then comparing with the given equation is important, so that you can find out the value of a, b, c accurately. Then you can apply the formula method. Here if you go wrong, the formula method will also go wrong, you will not be able to equate it correctly. That's why please friends, please write down this form, although it takes 10 to 20 seconds extra, or you may take 2 lines extra, please write down, no problem, then you will get it correct. Now sum of zeros. Sum of zeros is what, alpha plus beta, that is nothing but equal to what, minus b by a, but b is equal to what, b is equal to 0. So minus 0 is nothing but 0 itself, 0 by a 1, that is nothing but equal to 0. This is 0, this is 0, and this is also 0. So it is verified, sum of the zeros is verified, there also it is 0, and formula method also it is 0, direct method also it is 0. Now product of the zeros. Product of zeros. So product of the zeros is what, alpha beta is nothing but what, it is nothing but equal to c by a, it is nothing but equal to c by a. C is what friends, c is equal to minus 15, Okay, minus 15 by a is nothing but equal to 1. So this is equal to minus 15. So the answer is what? Here also minus 15, there also it is minus 15. Clear? Here also it is minus 15, there also it is minus 15. So hence we have solved this question. Okay, hence it is verified. Clear? This is how we solve this question. First we found out the roots, zeros, then we made it equal to alpha and beta. We got the value of alpha and beta. Sum of the zeros or product of the zeros we found out using what? Direct method. Next we found out using formula method, but before formula method write down the standard form and equate it, so that you will get the exact value of a, b, c and c, a, b and c accurately, so that you don't go wrong. So we have done 5 questions. So there is one more question, 6th question, that is what? This question, see here friends, 3x square minus x minus 4. This I will solve it in the next class. That doesn't mean that you have to sit simply. Please take down this question, 3x square minus x minus 4. Please find the zeros. Please find the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros, direct method, then equate it to the standard form. Please find out using what? Formula method, and whether sum of the zeros are coming equal to when it comes to direct method and formula method, and similarly when it comes to product of the zeros. This is the homework you have to do. The question is what? 3x square minus x minus 4. This is the homework question, you have to take it. Okay, please write down this homework question, please solve it before coming to the next class. Okay, so let's wind up now. Okay, please practice these questions again and revise again before you come to the next class. Please share this video session with all your friends so that they will also be benefited. Okay, do like it, and let's wind up now. Thank you, take care.